over to here. These are the inputs of my Apollo interface right here, 1 to 8. And I would just take a cable, run them either if I want to do mono or stereo, come out of here and patch in over here and go to the inputs of this guy right here. And it's just going to be real easy then for me to patch things in. Let's say I wanted to run the helix through my VAT rack chorus over there in the rack. All I would do is take the outputs out of the helix and patch them into the input of the VAT rack chorus, which show up down here on the bottom of the patch bay. I would take the outputs of the VAT rack chorus and just run those then over to the inputs of my my Apollo. Okay, so it just allows you to patch gear in really easy if there's anybody out there that doesn't know what a patch bay is. Okay, I want to show you also up here, I've got this Vintage King Audio lunchbox, and what that is it's a way to power pieces of gear that are called 500 series modules. Okay, so what I mean by that is see how each one of those things is a different color up there? Those are little modules that just plug into this master overall box. The box powers them, and on the back of the box there's inputs and outputs so that you can get into each piece of gear. Now they make all kinds of modules in this 500 series configuration, mic pre's, compressors, equalizers, and so it's neat because it's just a modular thing. You can plug them in. It's almost like a pedal board, but for studio gear. Instead of pedal board, they have 500 series. And you can just put a bunch of cool pieces of gear in there that you like to use, and then patch them in and out to your heart's content and use them. Let's start up there for what's up there in the 500 series as far as talking about mic pre's and stuff like that. Okay, so on the end there, this guy right over here, this is the Maris 440. That's a terrific mic pre. I believe it's based off API style circuit. And it's a great sounding mic pre designed specifically for guitar, and you can use it on all kinds of stuff, but it's great for guitar players because it's got interesting low cut and high boost and stuff like that at different EQ points that are really tuned for guitarists. And one of the other really great things about it are through these 1/4-inch inputs and outputs right here on the front, you can patch in pedals. It's a pedal level effects loop. So what that means is if you've got a cool fuzz pedal or a cool flanger or something like that, and you want to patch it in and use it, you can patch in your pedal right there, and it's going to be coming post-microphone then. So you might be able to get a great sound that you couldn't get it any other way by, say, putting a fuzz pedal on a vocal if you want to, or you could put a delay pedal on, say, a cranked up plexi amplifier that normally if you put a long delay in the front, it would just blow up and sound a little messy. You can put it in right there, and it's coming post-mic then, and you can patch in like an Echoplex or something like that there. So it's kind of a neat feature, I think. Okay, next up, I've got a DBX 580 mic pre, okay, and that's been really useful and cool. It's got a 1/4-inch input on the front, so if you want to plug a bass into there or something, go direct right through it, you can do that, and it's a nice piece of gear. It sounds really good. Next up is a DBX 560A compressor. It's this one right here, kind of classic DBX compression, and I use it for things like an acoustic guitar or sometimes on a bass guitar. I'll patch it in. The Maris reverb is up next right here, and that thing sounds just lovely. And actually, I really want to get a second one because I can only do mono right now, only having one of them. And if I get a second one, I can actually gang them together and do stereo with them, and I'll have a really interesting, spacious ambient reverb. It was designed to sound like kind of the Blade Runner soundtrack. That was what it was inspired by, as I understand. Those big, ambient, huge mono reverb protections in here in Blade Runner. That's what inspired the Maris reverb. So, and I love ambient stuff. So that's a really cool piece of gear that I enjoy having. Okay, so moving down here in the desk, I'm going to show you what else is in here and just explain a bit more about the patch bay. I've got a Universal Audio 6176. This is a tube mic preamp as well as an 1176 compressor in one unit. So it's got a classic, compressor circuit in there, classic tube preamp. This was the first outboard mic pre and compressor that I bought. I've had this thing since 2006. And it's just a really nice color to have in there as far as mic preamp goes, all the warmth and everything in tubes, and then that classic 1176 compression. It's really the only outboard compressor besides the DBX that I've got up there in the 500 series rack that I've got here in the studio. But what a great outboard compressor to have, and I feel like between the 6176 and the DBX 560A, I've got enough outboard compression for recording guitars and bass, which is mainly what I'm doing in here, or vocals sometimes. Next up in the rack is my API API, A2D, mic preamp, and analog to digital converter. I've also had this for a number of years. It's got a high quality A to D converter in it. That said, I don't use that anymore. Originally what this was designed to do was be a high end, front end to any kind of, no matter what interface you have. If you had kind of a budget interface, you could use this analog to digital converter after your microphones that would be in the two channels of the API, and that would give you a great signal into your DAW. I find that I'm fine with the analog to digital converters in the all, especially the newer ones, which is terrific. So I don't really use the analog to digital portion of this unit anymore, but it does have two great API mic pre's in there. They're essentially, as I understand it, 512 style mic pre's. APIs are great for electric guitar. They're fast, they're punchy, they're aggressive, and they just have a really cool sound on mic'd up guitar. Also, traditionally known as great mic pre's for things like snare drums, like really transient stuff. They're just fast and they just have a really cool sound. Next down in the rack here is a pair of BAE 1073, so dual 1073 Neve style pre's. This is a terrific unit, and this one has actually the Steve Stevens style mod in it, which is basically a summing output. So what that means is that there's two mic pre's in this unit, but you can take one output out of it and you can blend right out of this unit. So why would you want to do that? Well, say you're using on a guitar cabinet like an SM57 and a Royer ribbon microphone or something like that. You can just simply blend them out with one output. If you've got a sound you like, you don't have to print two tracks into your DAW every time you're cutting a new guitar part. You can simply sum them right out of this unit into one combined guitar sound where you're blending the 57 and the ribbon microphone. So it's a really nice unit. It also has separate outs for each mic pre if that's what you want to do. And it's classic Neve style, nice and thick, really great sounding mic pre's in this unit. So to sum it up, as far as mic pre's go, I've basically got 7 outboard mic pre's here in the studio. I've got the Maris and the VBX up there in the 500 series rack. I've got the UA 610 style pre right here. I've got a stereo pair of APIs and a stereo pair of Neve style in the BAE. And I find that is enough outboard mic pre's for me. I mean, I can easily do a drum tracking session with those 7 pre's and have high quality pre's on every single track if I wanted to. Most of the time what I'm doing in here is not more than 2 tracks or maybe 3 tracks at a time if I'm tracking guitar sounds and occasional vocals, that type of thing. So having 7 outboard mic pre's is actually probably more than I need, but it's nice to have options for different sounds. One side of the why not is going to my modelers, essentially. Okay, and you're asking yourself, where does the other side go? Sure, so the other side goes over here, and it shows up on the back of this little Friedman patch bay. This is a little Friedman buffer bay. I'm not using it for anything other than a patch bay right now, so I'm not in the buffer, it's not powdered or anything like that. So the second output of the why-not is feeding the back of this, and then this cable right here, if I was doing a pedal demo or something, I would have this plugged in to a pedal. If I just want to patch over to my amp switcher to get into my amps, I simply patch in like that, okay? So, in other words, B output of the why not, feeding the back of this box, I just do a little Y jumper over, not a Y, but a jumper cable going over to there, and now what's happening is I'm coming out of the why not, just patching through here, right? And once again, it's buffer coming out of this guy over here, so I'm not getting any signal degradation or anything like that. Coming out of the back of this patch panel now is the cable that ends up all the way up here. This one, this yellow cable, okay? And that goes into my amp amp switcher. And then I can switch out to any one of up to 8 different amplifiers. Good people, what's up? I'm here with Pete Ahrens from Ampete. He's the Ampete in Ampete. And the concept with these things is basically that what you can do is plug in a whole bunch of amplifiers into them and then a whole bunch of speaker cabinets or maybe load boxes and then switch between different speaker cabinets and amplifiers. Is that right?
Right, that's right. Well, it was actually for a friend of mine, Dennis, with who the idea somehow started.
Okay.
Because he was, back in the day, he was managing a shop in Germany, Musik Produktiv.
Okay.
Pretty decent shop.
Yeah.
So he was